Hi guys, Sammy Nicole,
And I'm Fifi.
and this is the Sammy Nicole and Fifi show, where we are a mother and daughter dynamic duo where we discuss love, life, and relationships each and every week. So make sure you like, subscribe, and leave us a comment down in the comment section, alright? So for today's show topic, we are going to be discussing baby shower proposals, alright? So yay or nay? We're going to discuss what are your thoughts. Do you think it's acceptable to propose to your partner at your baby shower, or do you think a proposal is something you need to do prior to the baby shower or even prior to conception? So let's talk about that, Mom. What do you think? Yay or nay for baby
Before
shower?
we get started, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I love my millennials. I think you guys are very intelligent. You're innovative. I mean, you're techie smart. You're on
Tech savvy, techie smart.
techie smart.
Tech savvy.
Techie smart. That's techie smart. You guys are techie smart.
Okay.
And you guys are innovative. You're entrepreneurs. You're go-getters. But some things that you guys do just don't sit well with me as a Generation X. I'm not trying to judge, but I just need to let you all know that a proposal at a baby shower when you're 7 months pregnant is just not a good thing. So that means you have two occasions in one.
Well, let's talk about how we got to this topic. All right.
Okay.
So, you guys, we were on our favorite social media handle, Instagram, right? On our favorite blog page, The Shade Room. Shout out to The Shade Room. And they happened to post their TSR proposal, the Shade Room proposal. And one of the proposal was, it was a young lady. She was at her baby shower amongst her family, friends, and her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And towards the end of the baby shower, her boyfriend surprised her, got down on one knee, and proposed. So that's the background story where this topic came from. And so Mom is pretty much stating,
I'm pretty much saying that that's a no. That's a no because, now this is just my opinion. Like I said, I'm not judging because when I was in my heyday, when I was younger, I did things that I wasn't proud of. You learn. But experience don't always have to be your teacher. You can listen to someone else. You can listen to your elder and get advice. I tell you that all the time. You can listen. So what I'm saying is that young ladies, millennials, you are worthy of that proposal prior to 7 months. If that young man can't propose to you before you become 7 months pregnant and at your baby shower, then you don't have any value. You have to value yourself too.
but at least he proposed. I mean, you have a lot of women who are having babies by men. They've been with them for a long time, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and they've never been proposed to. So at least he proposed. I mean,
but
before the baby got here.
But whose fault is that? Whose fault is that they never gotten proposed to? The reason why is because they allowed that. If you go into a relationship, like we've talked before, Samantha, if you go into a relationship not letting the other person know what you want out of the relationship and you just go along with it as it goes, and you know that you're not getting what you want out of it, then that's your fault.
But how do you know that young lady or young ladies want to be married? Marriage isn't for everyone. How do you know that some of the young ladies
wanted
are just
to be
cool
married.
with co-parenting with their
Because
boyfriend?
She wanted to be married because when he proposed to her, she was like, oh, she was just crying. She was just overjoyed with happiness. She was just happy about the whole thing. So she wanted to be married, but she probably felt like if she would have pushed the issue of marriage, then that would have pushed the young man away.
Well, some people say, the quickest way to run a man away is to pressure him.
And that's okay. Because if
maybe she didn't want to pressure him, because she didn't want to run him away to play devil's advocate, Maybe she wanted to give him his space and his time. Maybe he was trying to get himself together first before he proposed, maybe he grew up in a home where he never saw, mom and dad in a monogamous, marriage. He may have come from a single parent home. She may have come from a single parent home where they never grew up seeing people married. So they don't know what that looks like.
Right.
They really don't have a point of reference,
Right. And as a Generation X, that's why I'm here on this platform to tell young ladies, millennials, that you are worthy of so much more. You are worthy of someone proposing to you before you become pregnant. You're worthy of that. You have that option of a young man coming to you and asking for marriage before you are 7 months pregnant. Maybe you haven't seen that relationship around you closely in your immediate family, but there's all type of relationships out there that show examples of that. Sometimes you may not have what you need in your immediate family, but there are other relationships out there that show that. Now with me, in my situation, I'm going to be transparent this time. I lived with my husband, but you best believe that I told him, you're going to make an honest woman out of me.
What does an honest woman mean?
Marry me.
Marry me.
You're going to marry me.
And are you sure that doesn't touch on maybe like respectability politics? I mean, do you have to be married to be an honest woman though?
To me. Now this is my Generation X perspective.
I don't think
That's
you do, but okay.
You're gonna, meaning that, not to say literally not an honest woman, but you're gonna you're gonna marry me. You're gonna respect me.
I get the
you're gonna
part.
you're gonna respect my wishes. I told you that I want to be married, and I told you this in the beginning.
Okay.
So if you didn't want,
you extra stage left.
right, and I would have been okay with that, because you know what? Go back to what you just said. Maybe you millennials don't have an example. So as your mother, I had to set example for you. So what would it have looked like if I just would have continued to live with a man?
Just cohabitating.
And never got married. That wouldn't have been a good example for you. So because you want to be married, right? Yeah. Okay. So you want to be married. So that's what I'm saying. We have to set examples.
What?
So we have to set examples. That's for our kids. And that's what I had to do. So I said, okay, I want to be married. I want to be married. I went into the relationship saying that I wanted to be married from the beginning. And that's the thing. You have to do it from the beginning. You have to set boundaries, and you have to communicate when you go into these relationships. You just can't assume that the other person wants what you want. And so that's why
it's true.
You can't, and you have to be content and whole with yourself. And if the person says, okay, well, I don't want what you want, you have to be secure with you, and whole with you, and happy with you to say, okay, well, deuces, you're not for me. If I want marriage now and you want marriage when I'm 7 months pregnant, then
So,
it's not a match.
Do you think she should have accepted his proposal or not? In your opinion, you're saying it's not a match.
I think that she should have set the relationship up. What I'm saying is that the relationship should have been established up front with the communication of marriage. Okay? If you go into a relationship and you say, okay, you start to talk and you're dating, you say, okay, well, I want to be married. And then he says, well, how long do you want to be married? You talk about those things. You just don't assume those things, and you start to.
But again, like I pointed out previously, they may not come from that background where you're discussing marriage early on in the relationships. They may come from single parent homes or divorce homes where they don't see people married. They don't see married individuals on a consistent basis.
Okay.
So they're she's
this
just
is
probably
what I'm
geared
saying
towards
to
keeping
all-
her family together with the young man versus pressure and marriage or bringing it up.
This is what I'm saying to all young ladies, all my millennials. You can have what you want out of a relationship as long as you set the boundaries at the beginning.
Boundaries are important.
Yes, they are. And you have to be open and honest with yourself and not just deny yourself because you want a man. You have to be open and honest with yourself. If you want more than just a relationship, then you need to tell that person you want more than a relationship. You want this relationship to grow. You want this relationship to end in marriage. And it's okay to have that conversation. It's okay if that's what you want. It's okay. So as a Generation X, this is what I'm telling my millennials. You can get everything out of a relationship you want as long as you set the boundaries at the beginning. Because you know why? You're not invested in the beginning, right? You're not invested emotionally.
You shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be. Right. You're not invested emotionally. You're not invested physically. Hopefully not. So you have these conversations in the beginning. So if that person doesn't want what you want, then you can say, you know what, it's easy to pull away than to get invested emotionally and physically. And then your feelings are all wrapped up and it's hard to pull away. And you're 7 months pregnant.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, like I said, she was nay. I was like, hey, I'm glad he proposed. Yay.
And I was happy for the young lady. Don't get me wrong. I was happy for her.
I would say, so now my next question, now that they're engaged, do you think that they should get married before the baby comes or afterwards?
I think afterwards, because having a child is a tremendous life-changing event in itself. And that's why I'm saying that shouldn't happen. A proposal shouldn't happen at a baby shower, because you're 6-7 months pregnant. You're emotional. You're miserable.
I mean, women, that's your experience.
Okay, whatever. You're emotional and you're miserable. Okay, so I'm sure that she didn't really get that full effect of the joy of being proposed to at her baby shower. So that's why I think that really shouldn't have happened. I mean, I'm sure she was happy, but I think they should wait. I think they should wait until after the baby comes and get settled with the baby, and then go ahead and get married. And I wish them the best. But I really do. Marriage is a wonderful thing. Yeah,
if it's
more
for
marriages
you,
and more families
if it
in
is
our
for
community.
you, let's reiterate that marriage, monogamy is not for everyone. So again, if it is not for you, hey, it ain't for you. It is what it is.
And once again, I'm not judging. I'm just voicing my opinion and what I think as Generation X, how things should go. And just to let you millennials know that you can have what you want out of a relationship. You have control over that. So you have control over you.
Okay, so you're saying that's where the accountability comes in.
Right.
We're accountable for
Right.
our experience and what we tolerate in
You
relationships.
have control over your experience, and your experience is your experience.
And if you're not happy with something, you have the power and the control to remove yourself from that
remove yourself from that experience. And that's what millennials need to understand, that you don't have to stay in that experience. It's okay.
But I feel like even Generation X, women need to understand that.
Yeah.
I think women just in general need to understand that you don't have to accept, the bare minimum or the crumbs that's being served to you. I think all women
and
need
that
to
goes from
that.
loving yourself and being whole and being complete, and know that it's okay. You may be by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I was by myself for a long time. I was by myself for so long. You were saying, Mom, you don't have a man?
I'm not saying that, girl. Okay.
and I learned how to be content and work on me while I was by myself. So it's okay to be by yourself. So that's my perspective on the baby shower proposal. I mean, it was beautiful, and that's the third one I've seen like that on social media.
Yes,
that's the third proposal.
It's like a baby shower proposal.
Yeah.
2 for 1 special.
2 for 1. I mean,
everybody's all there. You looking, dressed up. He's dressed up. Everybody's excited. The decor, the decorations are beautiful. So I guess the man is like, hey, let's do it now. 2 for 1.
Let's just kill
Proposal
it now.
and baby shower. Boom.
But that's our perspective. I hope you all enjoy our channel and let us know what you think.
Down in the comment section, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share our video, guys. Please let us know your thoughts. Are you yay or nay for a baby shower proposal? All right? All right. This is Sammy Nicole
and Fifi.
And this is the Sammy, Nicole, and Fifi show signing out. We will see you next week, guys. Bye.
Deuces.